Hello farmers, welcome back to East Vineland. The end of July is here and the end of my workday is here as well. Been cleaning up some of the equipment and putting some stuff away, refueling, getting ready for tomorrow. August should be the month that we can harvest our barley and the wheat. I did a couple more contracts in between episodes, couldn't help myself. Field number 11, that was a wheat field, so getting some straw off of that and some extra grain for the chickens, so the chickens are all kind of happy. And the other grass field, I did one contract on the grass field in between the previous episode and last episode. And of course now I've done another one because they wanted silage as well. And I went ahead and mowed the grass over here by the sheep. Got that all baled up and went down to the bale barn, dropped it all off. The bale barn we kind of need to talk about because we got a slight little issue. So the slight little issue is it's a great bale barn for sure. The problem being is it only stores 4 million liters, which is a lot of liters, but the problem is we are just about full. I got like 3 3/4 million liters of straw and silage in that barn. Yeah, repair the trailer for the first time since forever and repair the T8 for tomorrow, so that's all set to go. I just got to back out of here carefully with this thing being articulated. There we go. Let me go ahead and top off with some fuel. And then we'll bring the Big M on down to the bale barn and hopefully park that in there. The baler can stay here. We're going to need that tomorrow. I'm more to use almost 1,000 liters. Nope, I wanted to get it into the Big M. Okay, I'm closer to the Big M, but it keeps putting me into the T8. There we go. And the baler will stay here because we should have straw bales to pick up tomorrow. Actually, can I... Will this... that's not a 3-point linkage, so I don't think that's going to grab the baler. Or not the baler, but the bale wrapper. We'll give it a shot, though. Didn't think so. So maybe that'll just stay there. The T8's refueling. We'll leave that there. I know the engine's running. So... ignore the grass swaths that we have kind of on our grass fields. I'm hoping by the time we get to mowing the grass again in October, we'll have that windrower that can go on front of the baler and it'll get the swaths. So that grass is not going to deteriorate or anything. It's going to stay there. But when the grass grows, it kind of cover it up, which would be kind of good. So next time when we mow the grass, that windrower should pick up all the loose grass on the fields. And we'll bale it on up and, of course, wrap it and make silage. So, yeah, the bale barn that we put down last episode. Been shoving the straw bales in there, the silage bales. The bales that are outside, of course, are grass bales fermenting into silage. And since we're, like I said, at 3 3/4 million liters already into the barn, I don't have that much more room to put bales in. So, unless I take straw bales out and sell those, but this is like the worst time of year to be selling straw bales. I'd like to be able to hold on to them, but yeah, I don't know. It is what it is. Yeah, so these bales will be out here for 3 months anyways, because they need to ferment. So I'm kind of hoping this will go in there, because I am running out of shed space everywhere. I don't need this for another 3 months. Well, actually, there's actually more room in here than I thought there was originally. Sometimes you just don't know by looking at it when you're standing yourself. You think, oh, will that machine fit in there? It sure does. We got plenty of room in here. So you can see the totals in the bottom right-hand corner. Silage, we're at 2 1/4 million liters. Straw, we're almost at 1 1/2 million liters. It's getting kind of full. These all are the bales from the big grass field. And the field over by the sheep are right here. There should be at 12% there. 0% there. I think I had 2 bales that were by the side of the road I picked up. So those will be all silage in about 3 months. So we are looking rather good money-wise. Yes, the pigs do like to extend beyond the fence line here. We may be selling some pigs tomorrow morning because I want some cash. I would like to be able to buy because tomorrow we are doing some grain harvesting. I want to get a trailer for the Mack truck. That will go ahead and free up one of my tractors of having to haul around a grain trailer. The trailer I want to buy, and I think I used that on No Man's Land. I kind of forgot I had it, but here it is. It's for $90,000. I don't want the dual tank, although the dual tank, for 80,000 liters, that means each tank can hold 40,000. But I'm actually thinking just getting the one tank, and it'll hold 110,000. Now, I really don't need a 110,000 liter tank, but all the other trailers pretty much hold like 50 to 60 if I go on the big size. And really, if I'm going to up the, the size of the trailer, we might as well go big, right? Let's see, I got to find my T8 because that engine is running. There we go. All set. Let's go ahead and park up the trailer, baling trailer. Actually, the baling trailer might as well just stay outside as well. I'll be needing that tomorrow. Let's go ahead and turn that off, turn that off. I'll actually detach that. And yeah, I think we're all set. We are all set, right? I'm just going through my head and everything. Yeah, I was looking at the price of straw. Like you said, it's late July, and we're going to August. It's like the worst time of year to be selling straw. So I do love this mod. Thank you for the couple of comments that told me this is a great mod to have. Because, if you ever wondered, like, that something's not at a good price, it's like, well, we're going to sell, like our silage. We know we're going to sell that in the winter. And we, instead of trying to do the math, like, well, how much will we get for the amount of silage we have? How much money could we get? Well, it shows over here that, well, when we sell our silage in January, that's the best time to sell it, we should get $430,000. But we're going to get a lot more than that, because if you look over here, we actually have 1.1 million liters of grass, which is technically fermenting. So that's half of the silage that we currently got. So if you add half of this, which is, we'll just say 200,000, we're going to be somewhere around, by the time we get done, we're going to have like $800,000 or $900,000 worth of silage come January, because we still got one more cycle of cutting grass to do. So that's going to be huge. Straw, if we sold it now, we could get 70,000. If I wait until the best time of year to sell it, I could get 105,000 for it. So yeah, we'll try to, we'll see what we can do on that. Anyways, all the animals are all set. I've double checked on that a couple times. So I am all set to go to bed. Nothing in the store that we want, because the only thing I would buy right now would be the trailer, because that would be the next thing I would be using, is a trailer for doing the barley and wheat. Let's see if it's raining first thing in the morning, because I didn't check the weather. If it's raining, we're going to sell some pigs. Some oink oinks. Okay, so we're up to 65,000. Alright, so I need about 90,000 for that trailer. Unless... No. Okay, so it's not for sale. Nothing came up for sale there. Oh, there is rain in the forecast. I just saw that. Weather. And rain, not until 11. So it's going for rain 11 to 12, and then the afternoon's looking good. We're at ×1, so we're all set. Let's try getting our money from selling some pigs. So with that, we need our T8, and the animal trailer should be in the shed back here. So we don't have a full pen, but yet at the same time, I don't really have a whole bunch of pig food to keep supplying as many pigs as we currently got. And I do need some cash because I do want to buy that trailer. So come in here, we'll get the animal trailer, which I've used once when we bought the pigs. I don't even remember how many pigs can be put into this animal trailer. Eventually, I would like to get the animal trailer for the Mack truck, because that'll hold a whole bunch. I want to say this holds 16 pigs, and any pigs that are worth $1,200, we're selling. And I do know that there's at least 20 pigs in there that are worth $1,200. So we should get about $25,000 for selling pigs. Now, it's going to be kind of a little bit of a journey. We're kind of south of the center of the map, and we need to go all the way to the northeastern part of the map. That is where the livestock market is to sell the piglets. Or not piglets. They're full-grown pigs. They're hogs. Basically is what they are. Yeah, so still more things to buy here, but nothing, I want to say, too expensive. I mean, other than buying another field, but we should be able to do that because we got that compost we're going to get a whole bunch of cash for. I wonder how much slurry that we currently have to do the field again with the pumps and hoses pack. Alright, I need to back up to the trigger point, which is over here. All right, I should be in the trigger point. Let's see, 1200. Let's see, we want, double click on that and move to trailer. All right, I can hold 16, so here's another group of 1200. And yep, we'll grab 6, move to trailer. All right, so I think I'm going to sell enough pigs in order to be able to afford the grain trailer for the Mack truck, so we can use that today. I should be saying today, right? Because our fields are ready, are they not? Let's find out. I mean, they should be, because I think this is the last month for them to be harvested. Yep, field number 49 is ready, and field number 62 is ready. And of course, our sugar beet field is field number 6, and our corn field is field number 55. So everything's looking good there. So I need to travel all the way up to here, the livestock market. A little bit of a journey. Then I'll have to come back and get some more pigs. Yeah, we need about pretty close to 30,000, and I think we can do that with the amount of pigs that we got. So first trip up to the livestock market. If I can not hit things on the way up there, that'd be great. The landscaping around here is not great. But maybe we'll be able to fix that in the future as well. So I'll see you at the livestock market and sell the first 16 pigs. Just about there. Let's go ahead and pull on in. I do like trees on a map, but when you're trying to turn into certain areas, it makes it a little bit difficult. Is the sell point actually here, or where is it? All right, so if I move those, I'm going to get 7,200 for those. We'll sell those. Apparently it's only selling groups of 6, or I goofed it up somehow, but another 7,200. And 4. Getting us up to 84,642. With the modifications I'm making to that trailer, do I need more money than I think I do? It says 90,000 base. All right, so it's still 90,000. Wheel brand, don't care. Wheel setup, I'm okay on that. If I add beacons on there, which we will, the decal, I think we'll put a decal on there just to keep it from being all bland on the side. Elongated front, squarish back. I'm not really sure what that's doing. And then just changing the colors. So, yeah, just 90,000 is all we need. All right, we do got more piglets. I want to keep saying piglets. They're full grown. They're hogs. All right, we'll go back, grab some more. Don't need a whole bunch, but if I can grab 16, that'll be more than enough. And it'll give us a little bit of extra chump change to be able to pay our workers for today. And then we'll get ourselves the grain trailer, use the Mack truck. And that way, I should only have to make 2 trips on down to the grain mill today with all the grain. 1 for the barley and 1 for the wheat. You guys are kind of lucky. At one point, you would all been going to a meat market, which is long gone. Of course, you still could be going to a meat market. I don't know what they're doing with you here. Where's the entryway? There it is. We're just sending you back to the livestock market. What they're doing with you after this, I have no idea. All right, let's click on them. So these not quite up to a full $1,200, but I need the money, so, you know, that's good enough. And then these are $1,200 a piece. We'll go ahead and sell those. There. Now we got ourselves $100,000, which means we got enough cash to go buy the grain trailer. So I'm going to bring back the animal trailer, and I'll meet you down at the store with the Mack truck. We'll buy ourselves a grain trailer and get to work on harvesting our crop. Well, I'm thinking for a color scheme for the trailer, and I'm thinking something like the root crop harvester, but really nothing like it. Just kidding. I think we're going to match the truck itself with a color. Where are you? There you are. So, yeah, we want the single tank. And I did say I want the beacons on there at least. And let's see, main color. Should it be black and then white on top? Let's see, wait, design color. Okay, that wasn't white. What was that? It doesn't really tell us here. Oh, I can customize the colors. What am I doing? That way I want to pay for it. I'm cheap that way. Let's start over. Yeah, single tank. Let's see. Beacons again. Yep. And then main color. As long as I don't just do this. Let's see. Which way do I got to go to get black? Let's see. We don't want the copper color. We don't want chrome. So that's white. So this would be black if I did this. Alright, and then if we go to design color, we just did this. And then the rim color. I don't know why I did that, but we'll just go ahead and do it like that. There we go. So $90,100 right there. I did go with the beacons, right? Beacons front, beacons back, both. There we go. Let's go ahead and buy that. And now we got ourselves a wonderful grain trailer. Now, I'm going to keep the other one that we had because that's going to be good for like feeding the chickens or coming on down to feed the pigs. This is for all field work stuff right here. Take the cover off. Especially going down to the grain mill because the way that silo is down there, it has the pipe that comes out. And every once in a while, if I didn't get it just right, the tipping trailer would hit the silo a little bit. Wouldn't really cause too much of an issue, but now we don't have to worry about that because this is a dump body trailer, which means the grain just comes right out the bottom. Now instead of making like 3 or 4 trips on down, I should be able to get it all done with one. Do I see a silage bale? I missed a silage bale. It's in that field. It's hiding on me. Okay, we'll go ahead and park this right here. I mean, someone's going to harvest this field at some point. It's probably not going to be me. And then the bale will show itself. I saw it at a far distance. Yep, now we can see it. We go ahead and just throw it down here in the yard somewhere. Alright, so there is that. So that frees up a tractor in order for me to be able to use the baling trailer. The T8 is going to have the baler, so the class can go ahead and grab the baling trailer. Yeah, we are all set here. Let's see, you decided to come to work today. Let's see, I'll turn on the baler. And I think 35 will be good. Looks like Frank Jr. decided to show up for work. Are we on? Yep. Making sure that we're on dropping the swath. And off we go. This is barley, if I'm not mistaken. I get those symbols mixed up between wheat and barley. And I think the baler's going to have no problem with the straw swath. The grass swath, it has a problem. The straw swath, not so much. Now it's just a matter of trying to get it all into the bale barn if I decide to, because it's the worst time of year to sell straw. But if we need cash, I'll probably sell the straw, but I like to be able to hold on to it. Our next purchase will probably be a new field. And we need some cash for that. But we got plenty of cash. We got to sell the compost in September. And that should bring in about $400,000. And by then, we got the month of August, the month of September. We should get about $55,000, $60,000 from the solar panels. Somewhere around there. And if I decide to do any contracts, which I'm going to try not to do, I think I'm pretty much done doing contracts. I think we're going to be skipping through a lot of time. Because as I mentioned in last episode, yeah, we're getting near the end of this series. When I say getting near the end, I did mention I do want to start the new series when Phase 1 of the new DLC of Year 2 patch comes out. The Season 2 pass comes out, which we now know is March 21st. It always seems like when I make an announcement I'm going to do something, I don't have a date. Within like 12, 24 hours, there's an announcement on it. So, yeah, we now know that March 21st will be the first phase of the Year 2 pass. And yeah, I got a little bit too close to that tree. And it's actually going to be, at least on the main page, the baler that I saw. Somebody made that as a mod back in FS17. I do believe that's the mod that won the contest. Now that I think about it, does Farming Simulator even do the modding contest anymore? Will we vote on it? Or did they get rid of that? Either way, I did use that in 17 myself. And basically what it is, it's a baler. And I think the modded one, 17, you could just about bale almost anything. Basically, it's kind of in the same category as the Anderson baler that we used. That's stationary, and basically you bring all the chaff to it, and of course they'll wrap it up. And this would also do pulp beet, I do believe I saw in the description. So it'll wrap the straw, it can wrap grass, I think it'll even wrap the hay. Or not wrap it, but at least it'll make it into a bale. So if you have a forage wagon, you bring it to there, dump it on in, and then yeah, you're all set to go. So this series should be ending right around March 21st, somewhere around there. But since we are doing 3 episodes a week, we got about 4 or 5 weeks left to go. So that's still, 12 to 15 episodes. And by then, we'll be buying a lot of things because we got a lot of cash flow coming on in. Okay, see, he's picking up all the straw swath, but the grass swaths from the Big M just can't do it. I was hoping to get down to the end of this row, but I don't think it's going to happen. So, yeah, with crop destruction on, all right, what I'm going to have to do is, because I'm going to have to back up quite a bit. Frank Jr., you're going to have to be dismissed because you're going to get all lost here in a moment. Because once I back up with this, you're going to get really confused. We'll do it like that. And now let's go get our new grain trailer. All this grain is going to go down to the grain mill and, of course, be made into flour. But hopefully I can catch it in time in about a couple months, because it's going to take that long to process it into flour. I want to make sure we hold on to about 20 or 30,000 liters of grain for the chickens. But luckily I have not run out of feed for the chickens at all. Although the cracked corn is getting kind of low. This is a pretty darn good yield that we got off this field. You can see it already coming on in. But 23,000 liters is not going to look like a whole bunch once we get it in here. Now some are going to say, well, if you went with a dual capacity here, you could have fit 40,000 liters in both, which is true. So I could have fit 40,000 liters of barley and wheat front and back. But then we're kind of like back to what our other trailer was, which held about 40,000 liters. So I just rather get one big grain trailer one crop type, and we were good to go. My color doesn't really look like black, but once you get up close to it, it does. On this side, it does. Oh, there it goes. Now it's empty. I was getting ready to check. I'm like, how much more is left? Yeah, that's 20,000 liters in there. Doesn't look like it, but there is. Now, let me get lined back up here again. Let me just go forward a little bit. And let's see if Frank Jr. decides to come back, or it's going to be someone else. More than likely, it's going to be someone else. Now, it's not going to be able to pick up that swath. We know that much. And the end of the field is always a little bit tricky when you got a 60-foot header. We're going to knock out these two grain fields rather quickly today. No traffic. Just barely around the pole. I can back up a little bit and follow me, won't get too lost. Hey, how did you get the bale to stand up like that? That's pretty talented. I did back up a little bit. Are you going to do circles or are you going to come straight on through? Perfect. It's been a long time since I've seen a bale come out and stand up like that. That's pretty darn good. Please tell me I can get this all in one pass so I have to go up the other way and get like a little bit of a strip. Just barely. So this time I was a little bit smarter when I got to the end of the other field and my auger pipe was on the side that we already harvested. I went ahead and unloaded the combine so I don't have to zigzag too much and running my own crop. Kind of go out slowly in case there's traffic coming. Please go on through. Thank you. So next month should be a nice month for us. Like I said before, selling that compost. Should get about a 400 grand for that. And if things go well, I think we'll be buying now with our money situation probably the field behind our shed. And we can merge that field with our current sugar beet field. And that field currently has sugar beet into it. So that'd be like all one big great field next year. Won't be sugar beet, because with crop rotation, planting sugar beet in the same field 2 years in a row, that's not a good yield. It's like a 0.7 yield on it, so not good at all. And then, of course, when winter comes and we sell all the products that we usually sell, we'll have a whole bunch more cash and probably buy another field. And then by then, also, we should be able to afford a silo for the farm, even though we don't really need one. Because we're using the grain mill as a silo, and we're also using the fuel refinery as a silo for our crops. And also by then we're going to have a decent amount of sugar beet to process. And we'll have a whole bunch of diesel fuel to sell. Diesel fuel we can pretty much sell at any time. The price doesn't fluctuate that much. So we can sell that. I don't know how long it's going to take to process how many liters we're going to have. I don't even remember last year how long it took. We had 800,000 liters of sugar beet last year. Now, I'll probably take all the sugar beet harvesting contracts that I can. There's a decent amount of fields for that this year. So already, if we were using our other grain trailer, I'd have to be going down to the grain mill to dump off our first load. It's finally happened. The trailer I wanted, the combine I wanted, the tractor I really wanted. It's slowly just about here. Yeah, once we do put the grain silo down at the farm, I definitely want to go ahead and I'm thinking about putting fences down the road that goes down to the farm, putting up some lights, doing some landscaping, maybe putting down some trees in the area. Probably another shed somewhere because we got 2 tankers and now this grain trailer. That shed we put down behind where the combines go in, that is kind of full-ish by the time we get everything back in. I should be able to fit the rest of the field into the combine. I'm not going to get it on one pass, though. It might be a 60-foot wide header, but it's not that wide. The only issue I might have when I come back up is any bales that are left in this path here. I want to make sure the header is far enough over. So it's going to look kind of weird that I'm harvesting kind of the shrubbery over there. Well, not quite as bad as I thought it would be. I'm barely in the shrubs over there. Finally get over into the shrubs and I got to go around the bale. Like that one. And then that one up ahead. Then what we'll do is we'll unload into our trailer. I'll drive the combine over to the wheat field. And that way our worker will follow us. And we'll have to set it back up again. We'll get that set up. Run the grain trailer on down to the grain mill. We'll dump it on in. And get started on the next field, which is wheat. And get the process started on making flour because it takes a while to get all this grain processed. Wait for all the straw to come out of the back of the harvester. Are you going to work if I do this? Or is the trigger not far enough back on the trailer? Nope, we'll have to definitely pull up to the side of it somewhere. How far forward do we need to go? Doesn't really want to empty on in there, does it? Oh, got to get real close, apparently. That's an interesting little glitch that it's doing. Apparently I'm not close enough because it's acting a little fidgety. There we go. Basically it was starting and stopping, starting and stopping. That is a lot of barley. Just shy of 80,000 liters of barley. I better make sure I take it kind of slow going in here. It's going to take me a second to stop, so I always make the mistake of coming in too fast. Now with a dump body, we can just go ahead here. Don't even have to take the tarp off. Just empty it on in. And while that's going on in, let me go ahead into the production page, and I'm going to turn on the wheat and barley to be made into flour. Let's come on down here. So barley flour. Yeah, let's go ahead and activate that. And then the wheat flour, I don't have any wheat in here yet, but we'll go ahead and activate that. Yeah, so I'm going to try to make sure we leave maybe a little bit in here if I can remember to catch it on time. And then that way, the chickens will have some food. Make sure the flour is on storing. I don't want that to spawn. All the grain is out. All right, let's go harvest some wheat now. And I don't know if it's going to be better or about the same as the barley. Those fields are roughly the same size, I think. This field is going to be a little bit problematic when I get over towards the road because, well, the road kind of slants up a little bit. So I had problems when I did contracts in this field with a 40-foot header. Maybe the 45 flex header would work okay. Not too sure. And I don't know why, but I think my eyes see a straw bale over in the field. I must have done a contract before because I see it off in the distance, so I'll have to go pick that up. Straight ahead. So originally I was going to come up this side of the field first. Then I realized right straight ahead of us, we're going to have issues, I think. Oh, the other issue I just realized is I need to empty my grain trailer because I'm going the wrong direction. Well, I'll have to do what I did in the barley field. So right here should be a problem. Somewhere in here. Trying to go slow because the grain trailer is almost full, and I also wanted to destroy my crop. Let me back up. Make sure I can get my grain trailer underneath. No, hang on there a second, pal. Back on up. We're not quite ready for you yet. I'll get you reset in a minute. It will be interesting if I don't have a problem with a 60-foot header, but I had a problem with a 40-foot header. Wait for the traffic to pass. Drive in the other farmer's cornfield because why wouldn't you? This is why 95% of the time I harvest around the field clockwise, because that way you're not going to be in your grain when you try to unload. I do like the looks of this white and black gold trim truck. Well, so far so good, so maybe if I was heading north I would have a problem up in that mound over there. Not too sure, but I'm going to have a problem here, am I not? That might be too much for this header to flex and get everything. Oh, there we go. Not that I was hoping for it, but there it is. I want to destroy a little bit of crop there. But if that's all the space I have right there, then that's not much of an issue for me. And now the rest of the field should be no problem. I can get that, I think, if I were to head that general direction. I can get the rest of that crop there. But now as long as I keep going around the field clockwise now, I can go ahead and empty the grain when needed. Or at least if I empty it when I get to the top up here, I'll empty the combine. I should be able to go down the field and back up before I need to empty again, I would think. Also, I did have a quick look while the combine was unloading to see what fields were ready for harvesting. And I don't think I'll be doing any contracts. There's about maybe 10 fields that are ready, but none of the big fields. If it was one of the big fields, I might do it, but I'm passing. I mean, the first couple years here at East Vineland, any harvesting contract that came up, I could pick straw off of. We were taking those contracts to get the money, but now, if the contract's not paying at least like $6-7 grand, I'm not really looking at it too hard. All right, let's go get the Mack truck. Empty that out. Destroy a little bit of a crop here. It's the only thing with the 60-foot header is you got to get really close to it in order for it to be able to unload. That's the only downfall with the 60-foot header, is a lot of combines don't have a long enough auger pipe to reach that far on out. I think there's like 3 or 4 combines. No, I think it's this 3 combines base game that will reach that far. Shouldn't be that much more to empty. Now, back in the days before we got the baler that we currently have, if I had the Kubota baler following behind us and we were dropping down the round bales, I wouldn't be able to drive over the bales like I'm doing right here. Square bales, even though they're bigger, they're not as tall as round bales, so I can lift the header on up and get right around it no problem. And off we go. Yeah, this harvest is not going to take me that much longer. Let's see, probably 1, 2, 3, 4 for sure. Maybe a grand total of 5 passes and we'll be done.
You're taking my hand, leading the way, staying the night. Looking at you, making your moves, there is no silence. I wish you'd never let go. All this moving in the zone, I'ma lose it out of control. Yeah. Looking so sweet, but you're dynamite. I just wanna dance with you. Feeling that burn, I'm not getting out. Yeah. Baby, you make me lose my mind. Maybe you wanna stay the night. Time goes fast, I don't care. I've known you long enough. When we go, we lose track of time. You and I, we can stay inside. Time goes fast, I don't care. I've known you long enough. I know what I want, know that I care. Nothing can change that. Talk to me, babe, fall for me, babe. Need you to hear me. Never have I felt this way. I hope you feel the same. I'ma lose it out of control. Looking so sweet, but you're dynamite. I just wanna dance with you. Feeling that burn, I'm not getting out. Yeah. Baby, you make me lose my mind. Maybe you wanna stay the night. Time goes fast, I don't care. I've known you long enough. When we go, we lose track of time. You and I, we can stay inside.
Just need to clean up this corner here, and I think if I go this general direction, it will pick it up. Moment of truth. So far, so good. Got it all, and then we'll just do this that way. Our worker will follow behind us. Go ahead and just park right here. There's our Mack truck. Let's go empty out the combine and see what the grand total is. Well, we're already at this almost about the same amount as we got for barley. Is that car going to hit my baler? Decided not to. There we go. Let's grab the T8. And we'll dismiss them. I think I'm all set, but I'll pick up a couple of scraps while I'm waiting for the combine to finish. Not the little pieces, but the bigger pieces up here. Well, this grain trailer definitely came in handy today. Just had to make 2 trips on down here. 92,000 liters of wheat. That would have been 3 trips in the other grain trailer. Because that would have been 2 full and about, well, maybe a third of a trailer for the wheat. And it would have been 2 trips with the barley. Maybe even 3. And I'm coming in rather fast, but there's some good brakes on this truck, actually. Now we got the 755 horsepower engine on this Mac. What's the horsepower on this truck here? While we're waiting for that to unload. 768 horsepower, so I'm glad we got that. Accelerated rather nicely. And there we go. So the grain mill will be busy making some flour. I don't think it's going to be all processed in November. I think that's when the flour is best to be sold. But whatever is made is made. And if I do, if that is the time to sell the flour and it hasn't processed at all, I may just turn the grain mill off for the winter months. That way I do have feed for the chickens. That way I won't forget. Now we're just going back to the farm. Going to grab the Kloss Arion and grab the baling trailer. Got to pick up these straw bales, and we'll see if I can stick them all into the barn. Probably not, because I'm pretty sure we got more than what we can handle. Yeah, we definitely need another big shed somewhere with the 2 tankers, the grain trailer, and also, I kind of forgot about I don't know how I can forget about it. It's so flippin' big. The sugar beet cutter trailer that we purchased last episode. And there is a bale in this field that apparently I missed last year. Or was it this year? Well, either way, there's a bale down here. Let's go yank this one on up. It's not the first time that I've been doing work around a field somewhere and I can see off on the horizon a bale creeping through the crop or the tall grass. Let's skip across the road before that car gets here. Let's see. Yeah, I think I'll get all these bales off this field in one trip for sure. I don't think I got 32 bales out here. And now the bales off the barley field. Not going to be able to get them all, but get what we can. And with only about 250,000 liters left to be put into the bale storage, it's not going to take all this. I think the straw bales are 17,000 liters apiece. Let me just double check on that. If that's the case, it should take about maybe 15 bales out of the 32 we have. Okay, so they're 18,000 liters apiece. So we'll put in what we can, then we'll just have to store the rest outside. And that just means the silage bales that we got outside, those will stay out there. And we got one more round of cutting grass this year. And that means that this field here, the small field by the sheep pens, and we'll see about the 2 contracting fields. See how busy we are. And while I'm down here as well, I haven't checked yet on the slurry for the pigs. I think we had about 80,000 liters when we did the pumps and hoses spraying, so I need roughly 100,000 to get the whole field done. If we don't have that, then I'll probably just fertilize the grass field with regular fertilizer, and we'll do the slurry pumping next year. Now what it's going to do is, it may not actually take any bales. It will take in the, they won't be 8,000 liters, 18,000 liters apiece. So I think they're going to be, yep, we are maxed out. So about every bale is going to be like 7,700 liters. Hopefully I can grab them all. If I drive close enough, I can grab them all, I think. Or not. Well, when I saw this barn, I never was thinking that I was going to have so many bales that we would fill it on up, but here we are. Let's see, I guess I'll just pop these on this side. Pop those right there. Yeah, so how are we doing on the slurry here? You know, that's not too bad, actually. They're up to 40,000 liters, so in September, if we don't have enough, which they're going to have to double the slurry, we'll just go ahead and spread artificial fertilizer on here. Although for a second, in some areas, why does that say good? It's not great. That's perfect. Yeah, so we may have oversprayed the field with the pumps and hoses pack, which I didn't think we would. Now that one says 0 there. Well, the numbers are just all over the place. Yeah, so probably just spread artificial fertilizer, and we'll get a nice even number, and we can use the pumps and hoses pack next year and get the whole field done. At least give it another go. We do have a good amount of manure piling up as well. Maybe just sell the manure. I don't think we have any productions that can take manure, so we'll just sell that outright when it comes time. I don't know when the best price of some manure is, but we shall see. And let's see, how many pigs have we got left in here? We actually got 300 out of 400 pigs in here, and we sold what, about 30? I think we sold 30 pigs today. So we were pretty close to a full pen. A lot of these pigs are not worth that much, so this will be the next set. So hopefully we can keep on feeding the pigs that we got, and make sure they're worth as much as they can be before we go ahead and sell them. How much more food you guys got? We still got 16,000 liters, and I still got one more trailer load of pig food I can bring over. So I think we're all set. I think we're fine. I got another 30,000 liters to bring on over if I need to. And by then, we should be harvesting the sugar beet again, which just means more pig food. But nice barn here, but unfortunately, it's full. And right now, of course, straw is at its worst price, and silage, as we know, not until the winter months. But that grain trailer worked out rather well today. And yeah, I don't think I'll be doing any contracts between this episode and next. The only thing I probably will do is just clean up some stuff around here, move some stuff around, get some stuff put away. So September, we'll sell the compost. We'll have a good look around to see if we can buy the sugar beet field behind the big shed area over by the farm, because I think that's the one we're going to be able to afford. And then move right on to the month of October. And yep, we'll start harvesting the sugar beet, which should be fun because we'll get to use that big big trailer, which I'm not sure if the TA is going to be able to move that around or not, but we'll have to wait and see. But that's going to do it for today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. I'll catch you again right here in East Vineland. But until then, have a good one.